Hey everybody, how you doing today? Give me a thumbs up, a wave, a hello, something. Let me know you can see me and hear me. Hi Mary, hi Katia, hi Jeremy, hi Tom, hi Kathleen. Y'all excuse me as she's found out she's got a voice today. She's gonna have barks today.
Dan Lewis, I noticed. Dan Lewis down below.
You hear my husband, he's in a conference call. Hi Pam. Yeah, she barks for supper. She barks at the neighbors. She barks at the moon. She barks at the trees, leaves, whatever. I mean, we're parked real close to the road this time, and she barks at the cars going down the road. She's just crazy. That's all I can say. She's a full on mess. That's the truth. Hi, Pam. Hi, Marianne. Y'all have to bear with me. I'm a little tired today. Hi, Mary. We've been up for 2 nights. Somebody keeps banging on the camper. We don't know who it is. I think there's kids running around, little tiny troublemakers. And the other night they came up and they knocked on the front door in the middle of the night and got her barking. I was like, seriously? I'm sleeping. I'm checking out the inside of my eyelids, folks. Hi, Katia. Hi, Nancy. Let's see. Mary Atler. All right, let's see. If I got everybody? I think so. Nancy. Awesome. Good group coming in. Yeah, I know. She's so vicious, isn't she, Pam? Hi, Aurora. Yeah, we made it to the next campsite. And it didn't take too long to get here, but it wasn't without consequences. We have a new box coming that goes on the hitch. It's an electrical box that plugs into the truck when we're pulling it. Our generator broke loose and ramrodded the power box. But it hit the power box and it shattered the power box. It still had juice going to the battery, so everything, stayed on that needed to, the refrigerator and stuff. But now we've got to get a new box, and he ordered that today. When it gets here, then we get to call a repairman to come out and put it in. How fun is that? Hi, Esther. But that's all that went wrong. We was truly blessed. That's all, because the way it hit hard enough. It broke the strap on the generator. This generator was strapped in and it literally broke the strap. So it was a hard hit. And it jarred my teeth loose, I'll tell you that. I felt like we was on some kind of a roller coaster there for a little while, going down the boom. But the roads can do a number on you anyway. That's the perks of pulling your house with you wherever you go. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. I've seen some beautiful scenery. Dennis put up a new video last week showing the damage from the hurricane all the way up into Georgia where the eye came through. It was a Cat 2 when it hit. So, yeah. Needless to say, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. Hi, Barb. Before I forget, Sue's working on the website. She's doing some background work that when we got the upgrade, it shifted stuff and messed up stuff. So if y'all get on there and you're looking for something and a link doesn't work, give me a shout out. I can fix the links, but I'm letting her do it because she can batch fix it. So that's on for her to do. But I'm making a list so that she can do it. Also, for you folks, Judith Connors contacted me yesterday. She has found some information in her records that she's going to share with the class on inverted tatting. As soon as she gets that to me, I will get it up on the website for you so you can look it over. I'll let you know. It will probably fall under resources or techniques. I'm not sure. Once I get the documentation from her, I'll know then where it'll go. And then I'll let you all know. Marianne, I can relate. I'll show you mine. Well, they're way over there. Wouldn't you know? I closed the door today because he's working. This is mine. See? And every time I put him on, he says, "You look like you're a doctor." He laughs at me. But they work. And they have a little light that goes with them. Hi, Beth. And it shines on the work, but the batteries are dead. So I got to get more batteries. And they're, of course, them little bitty things. You know, the ones you got to have a magnifier to see. So why they did that, I have no idea. But yeah, I like them. You got something similar? I think anybody that does any fine needleworks or thread works, they got a pair. They have to have a pair. You know that they sell stronger lenses for them too. More than the 4 that come with it. You can get stronger ones. But you have to go to Mag Eye's website to get it. So if you need them later on in life, it's a good thing. Y'all have to excuse me. I have a mosquito bite and it's driving me crazy. I tease Mia. I tell her I got her one flea. She didn't have fleas. She's never lit on the grass. Hi, Brenda. Yeah, we carry her back and forth. She's a toothpick to most of the wildlife, so we just carry her. It's easier to carry her than to chase down the animal that grabbed her. Awesome. I bought a set on Amazon a long time ago that you clipped on your glasses. They come out, about like so far from your glasses. And the lenses were great. It had umpteen gazillion lenses in a box that all the lenses went in. And it worked great. Problem was, it had a black frame bar that came down the center. And I found myself trying to focus on that at times. And I thought, my God, I'm going to go cross-eyed trying to work. So I had to get rid of them. But they were great. I mean, I have to say the lenses were really, really good. And you had so many to choose from. Put a hand sanitizer on it. If I had some, I would. I got a whole bunch of wet wipes in the truck. I don't use sanitizer because it dries my skin out. I've been putting alcohol on it. Yeah, you're right. Hi, Teresa. Teresa Oren's traveling. She's going to try to listen to all this. Yeah, I can agree with you on that, Barb. Yeah, I told you she's going to bark today. She's real vicious. The flags are moving out front. Yeah, we're sitting right next to where all the lights are. So we have a neon sign outside. We don't need to use the porch lights. We don't need to use any of the ground lights. Nothing. You can sit out in the front yard and read a newspaper here in the middle of the night. These here. And right here is a light that attaches. I've got it off because I had to take the batteries out. Batteries run down. And I got to find the batteries that go in it. And it's them tiny ones, you know, the ones you need a magnifier to see. Yeah, why they put tiny ones like that in there, I have no earthly idea. But we got to get some new ones. Yep. I wear bifocals now. Hi, Pam. And I've got sunglasses, polarized sunglasses that I wear when we're riding. And those even have a bifocal in them so that I can work while I'm riding down the road. You're welcome, Brenda. See, if you ask, you get. All right, we're getting close. I want everybody to hit that like button for me so we can build the algorithms on this group. And YouTube will continue to give us better paying commercials. If you learned something today or you feel like it helped you in any way, if you would like to do a super chat, super sticker, or a super thanks, greatly appreciate it. We have a couple of super thanks that came in, and I cannot remember their names, but I do want to say thank you. It came in over the weekend, and I meant to go back and get it, and we have been working on computers all day. So he's been in here trying to get stuff going, and I'm not going to tell you no fibs. It's been a rough one with these computers today. I've got an external hard drive that is really trying to die on me, and it's got everything on it. So it's been transfer it to the other external, and then my computer is acting up. So we had to go to my backup computer, which really, I wouldn't call it a computer. It's very small, and it has very little hard drive in there. So yeah, and it's something in the settings. He's got to work on it. He's working on this while working his job. So he'll get it fixed tonight. Hi, Ann. But yeah, it's been a headache for computers today. That is a given. But for the most part, we've got everything under control. So right now we're building our next nest egg for in case something happens. We have the money to take care of it. Okay, but I have a backup hard drive, so I'm not concerned. And it is another external, and both of them are 2 terabyte. He feels like that the one that is acting up, he could possibly get it fixed and get it going. Hi, Kaylin. All right. Hi, Deborah. Yeah, everybody's looking forward to today's class. First of all, though, we're going to get the necessary stuff out of the way. We have holidays coming up, guys. Now, I know you all want to tat things up, give them with Christmas cards, or give as gifts. Oh, blessings to you, Karen. Hope you get to feeling better, okay? And I fully understand if you can't stay awake. If you fall asleep, just get you some sleep. Hi, Janella. So, anyway, I want to know, what all do you want to learn and what all do you want to tat up for your holiday greeting cards, for your holiday gifts? Do you want to make jewelry? Do you want to make little doilies? Do you want to make ornaments? Tell me what you want. You have a question about shuttles, Anne. Okay, what about them? I do need to do a shuttle class one day. Where do you get the wood ones? The wood ones like, well, let me get my bag here. This is my tatting bag that's got all the class projects in it that I'm supposed to do too. As you can see, they're all in here. So the shuttles like these. Let me get it in the cameras. These, if these are what you're looking for, I have some for sale with Veronica Arkadijeva at Tatting Shuttles. Russian Tatting Shuttles is what they are. If you are interested, and let me know, and I can send you pictures. Pam, Pam. If I send pictures to you to put up in the Facebook files of the shuttles I've got on hand for sale, can you put them up today? We'll just settle this today. How about that, Ann? Nanetta, I didn't see you come in, and I didn't see you, Pasha. Hello, ladies. Yeah, and I buy them from her, and I have some. I keep them in my shop. I just haven't ordered any lately, but I have a variety for you to pick from, and I'll put the prices on them. I don't think there's one over $25. I really don't. And I will ship it for, minimal cost. All right. So, I'll get her to put them up in the group today. I'll send her the pictures, and then she can put them up in the group today, and then you can look at them and pick you out a couple. All right. All right. Hello, Robin. Hello, Joanne. Okay. With a tatted covered ornament. Yes, we can do that. Yeah, and she runs out pretty fast, but she worked on a huge order for Tatting Shuttle Addicts here recently. So her regular work fell to the wayside. So, yeah. Okay, let me see what else we've got. All right, let's see. Kaylin says snowflakes for decorating cards. 3D things, earrings, pendants are fun too. Okay, and used to make bookmarks. All right, so we're wanting bookmarks and snowflakes. Now, I know we've got a lot of snowflakes up on the site and stars. Have you looked at those, Kaylin? If you don't find something, I'm sure there's more in the files. If you think of something or a pattern that used to be in the files and you want to do it again, holler at me. I will dig to China and get it for you. Okay? Earrings, pendants. Because what I want to do is get a list of patterns and tatted covered ornaments. Now, I'm going to tell you something I seen that Gail, I think it was Gail Weaver. I'm thinking it was Gail Weaver, that she had made some ornaments, and she got just the glass ornaments and she covered it with batting and then covered it with velvet. Then she covered that with ribbon. And then she made tatting to go down the ribbons. Oh my gosh, they look like something out of Better Homes and Gardens magazine. They were beautiful. Let's see. Okay, where is who located? And if you're talking about Veronica, she lives in Russia. and an angel Christmas tree. So Barbara wants angels. All good things. All good things. We got a ton of angels up too. Ornaments with beads. Do you want tatting on them ornaments with beads too? On the other shuttles, which ones are the small ones? I want to think it's a starlight. All right, and the other shuttles that are sizes of clovers. Clovers, I believe, is the smallest you can get. The starlights aren't as small as the clovers. And those are all through Handy Hands. I don't carry that. I don't compete with Handy Hands or anybody else because, you know, they have a shop for a reason. That's their business. I just buy Veronica shuttles to have them on hand so that when somebody needs some shuttles and they buy hers, they can get them from me and get them a lot faster. And then I buy for tat days too. An easy ornament that you can crank out to tuck into Christmas cards. We can do that. Okay, Jackie would like those items by level. All right. Okay, and that's all I carry is Veronica shuttles. And let me get, if I can get this out without dumping the whole thing. See, I can show you. I've got a slew of her shuttles. Okay. And it's because I use them. And she does so many different things. See? And like that, look, he's upside down. She knows I like dolphins. She knows I like peacocks. She made me some hand-painted peacocks on a set of shuttles. Let me see here. Here's the white peacock she made for me. You see it? That's the white one, and I have another one somewhere. I think it's got thread on it right now. It's probably in the other case. But yeah, I'll get them up. Well, thank you, Melissa. I did that myself. I got tired of it getting in my face. I went. So I went to beauty school. I got a lot of hours to do hair, and I found out I didn't like it. And then I went to business school. Okay, Karen. Let me see. All right. All right, you like the ones with the hooks. Okay, I think I do have some with the hooks in them. I'll get the pictures up. You can take a look. And when they go up, they'll have a ruler beside them that shows you how their size. Okay, so there you go. All right, so what I've got listed here is bookmarks, snowflakes, earrings, pendants, tatted covered ornaments, angels, just a small ornament. Yes, he uses Majestic. I don't know who carries Majestic now. In fact, I don't even think we can get Majestic anymore here in the States. I use Olympus. It's comparable to the Majestic. It's a pretty thread. Okay. I would try Twisted Pico and see what they've got for threads because they do carry the unique stuff. All right. And Christmas doily. We got some Christmas doilies, but Marianne, any doily can be a Christmas doily if you just change the colors up. That's how easy it is to get a Christmas doily. We've got a lot of doilies up on the site. If you see one you like, print it out. Try it. If you run into a problem, give us a shout and we'll work through it. Okay? Because from here on out, we are going to work on Christmas events. Okay? Thanksgiving, you got family coming around. We got to have stuff, I mean, let's get real. We're tatters. We got to have tatting for everything. That's the rule. Okay? That's just the rule. Remember that. You got to have tatting for everything. So, I mean, we make jewelry all the time. Did y'all see the ring that Mary Lee Rockley tatted a few years back? And she displayed it. It was an actual ring she tatted out of thread. It was so cute. Well, I tatted that up years ago, and I liked it, but I made mine big enough to go on my thumb, and I hung a chain off of it to hold on my tools so I could just grab it. And I got news for you. It was the neatest thing since sliced cheese. I have to tell you. So, yeah, we're going to do some fun stuff. All right, Pam, I just caught a cough with that. I don't understand that one. Okay, you just got caught. That's it. Okay, I'm reading it wrong. Okay. Sorry about that, Pam, but we do have files. You know where they're at. You can go get them. But yeah, we're going to do a little bit of all of this. Now, what I'm going to do when I send out from here on out throughout the holidays, when I send out on class day, I will send several patterns with it so that you can tat up these patterns in your own time. And we'll work on the hard stuff, the techniques that you need for these patterns. Okay? Because with holidays, the last thing you need is any more stress than what the holiday brings. So today I am going to teach you half closed rings. Remember, I reviewed Leslie Bailey's book last week that has the half closed rings. She called them partially closed rings. Now, I'm going to explain something to you. They're the same thing. Okay? What happens in the tatting world? We do not have a set of terms. Nobody has a set of terms. Each individual guild will have a set of terms that they use. And when you teach at that guild, you have to use their terms. Okay? But that doesn't mean that their terms are throughout the entire tatting community. Some terms overlap guilds. Okay, some terms don't. The true fact behind all this is the designer. When the designer puts out a pattern, they may call the technique one thing, and then another designer will call it something else, but it's the same technique. Okay, it's just the way tatting is. So don't take offense if, say, Fringe Element Tatters has terms that doesn't match Shuttlebirds or Lodi or Palmettos or even IOLI. Don't get upset about it because it's the individual designers that pick their terms. And they all have a legend that explains their terms. Now, there are some standard terms that are throughout tatting, like the double stitch. Without the double stitch, there would be no tatting. Joins, that's throughout tatting. Chains, throughout tatting. Rings, throughout tatting. Okay, so when you run into a term and you don't know what it is, first of all, go to Dr. Google and search on Dr. Google what term that is. And you will find, if it is a tatting term, several different places that uses it, or the one place that is using it, the one designer. If you can't find it there, contact us. We'll look through the files and see what we can find to give you the information you need. All right? We're trying to get the information up as fast as we can. 24 years, folks. The documentation is kept in 17 different styles. Okay? There are broken links that have to be fixed. So know that it's getting worked on, but it is a huge undertaking and a huge process that I'm going through. And up until Sue come back in to help me with the problems that I'm having with the website, it's been me, myself, and I putting it together. Sue backed away because it was overwhelming to her. She just couldn't do it, especially after Georgia included the Bella files. So, yeah, it is a job. So, bear with me. I'm doing the best I can do with the time that I have because I do still have a life. And, you know, my husband can't boil water. Okay, folks, he can't boil water. He burns water. So, remember that. I do have to cook. And he'll tell you he can't. But all this will be covered. We will have classes on this and we will learn these techniques. That I promise you. And that is a promise I will stand beside. Okay. So we want to learn how to cover ornaments. I'm going to the dollar store. I will pick up ornaments. Okay. Because we don't put up a tree here. My tree is like this tall. And I hang T90, size 80 to 120 thread ornaments. They're all little snowflakes. Okay. And they're on my tree and they're all this big. So know that I have a tiny tree. But we're going to do ornaments. And we're going to make fantastic ornaments out of store-bought cheap ornaments. All right. You come to the right place. We're going to make jewelry. And if you want to give jewelry away, we're going to make holiday jewelry. Okay. We're going to do a lot. And y'all are going to learn. And you're going to have a wonderful holiday season. Because we're going to make it happen. All right. So with that said, we're going to go over to the other table. And we're going to get on this half-closed ring. I got news for you guys. It's so easy peasy. It really is. Okay. Now, Mark's pattern does call for the majestic. All right. But you can use, Elizabeth, you can use any thread you want. Just remember, you have to adjust the stitch count on some patterns for the size thread you use. We'll get into that. If you stay with or around the thread size that's called for in the pattern, you'll be okay. If it calls for a size 20, okay, and you use a 10, remember your pattern's going to be bigger. If you use a 40, it's going to be smaller. Use an 80, it's going to be even smaller. When you step from a 20 to an 80, you're going to have to either increase your stitch count if it's in a round, okay, or lower the stitch count if it is a trim. Depends on the article, okay? So let's go over here and let's learn how to do these partially closed rings because they are, believe it or not, a lot of fun. And they're probably one of the easiest things you can do. Okay. So with that said, let's look at this pattern. Now, I got news for you. This is an adorable pumpkin. I have to admit, Mark outdid himself with this one. It has depth. It has dimension. And it is so cute. You can put this, you're having a Thanksgiving dinner. You know, the little place cards. Cut this up in size 80 thread. Stick it on the place card. The place cards go home with the people. They're not going to leave them at their table. And you ain't got to pick it up later because it's already gone. See how easy that is? You can get your whole table cleaned off real quick. Just put some tatting on it. Okay. But he's calling this a half ring braid. Now, he's got a video up on YouTube under Haberdasher, and it shows you how to do this. He's got some really good videos. If you guys can get on YouTube, go check him out. Okay. I will add the link to his video channel underneath ours. Okay. And that way you all can go over there and just scope out what he's got. He is a very good teacher. Don't doubt it at all. Okay. So here we go. All this is a one shuttle technique. We have our thread with a tail. See that? And that's cool. One shuttle. We get to do this. Now, there is two ways that you can figure the space on the half closed ring. You can use this. I don't advise it. Mark's channel name is The Haberdasher. Pam, can you get it and post it in the class down below? All right. This I don't advise to measure. Okay. This is going to drive you crazy working on these. Okay. But you see this, you know what this is. It's a stack of them small Post-it notes. You grab you one of those and you fold your Post-it note like this. Flatten it out. Fold it again. You can fold this and make it as small as you want or leave it as big as you want. Okay? And you can make that space even at every half closed ring, every half braided ring, whatever the term is that the designer uses. Now, once you get that done, see how small that is? Well, now you just fold it in half. That's your picot gauge for this. That's your trick right there. Now, how do we use that? Well, he says the first ring here is a 3 picot, 3 picot, 3. Okay. And then another picot. Okay. So these are joining picots. So watch your instructions. Okay. So we got 3 picots separated by 3. Okay. So you end up with 12 double stitches when it's over with. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. Okay. There's 3 double stitches. Now I'm going to take this down just a little bit so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. All right. And we're going to use our little cheat here to get our gap even with every one of these rings. So we're going to go 3. And we're going to put another picot. 1, 2, and 3. Open that ring up a little bit more. And go. Another picot. 2, and 3. Now, we have to close this ring, right? We have to close it. My picots are not even because I did not use picot gauge to adjust. That's okay. This is lessons only. Now, first thing you want to do is pull out some of your slack. You keep that ring in your pinch. You see this little cheat? Watch what I'm going to do. Make sure your thread is not twisted. And you start closing your ring up to your cheat. Once you close it up to your cheat, you pull your cheat out gently. Okay? And there you have your half closed ring. You see that? Wait a minute. There it is. Trying to get it to focus. It's awful fuzzy buzzy. There it goes. You see? We dropped the cheat in. Sorry about that, Anne. What you did is you had the cheat in there. See it? It's hard when I'm zoomed in so close. Thread came today. It's being delivered today. So there we go. See how that's on there at the bottom of that ring? When you pull that ring closed, see, it won't go any further than your cheat. Okay? Then you take your cheat out gently, and you have a partially closed ring. Now, if you feel that that ring needs to close more, you can close it more. The space is up to you. Okay? For needle, does it need to be a true ring? Katia, that is you and Pam. One of you answer that question. Sally, I am not a needle tatter. I am more of a shuttle tatter. The videos I have up is the extent of my knowledge. But I have some strong needle tatters in the class. Thank you, Katia. Katia says, yes, it has to be a true ring. That's what I was thinking. It would have to be a true ring for this to work. But on needle, you wouldn't need your cheat. Okay? The needle tatter can adjust this to them. Okay? Because they're working on the needle. I mean, back in the day when I was doing needle tatting videos, I would take a marker, nail polish or something, and put it on a thin coat of it on my needle for my measurements for my picos so that I could get things the same width all the way through. That's a little trick that you can use, okay? Especially if you're needle tatting something and it's for a competition, because that's the first thing they do is check your picos and they want them to be uniform. Okay, but there you go. That is a half closed ring. You just tat a ring and don't close it. Okay, when you start your next ring, the next sequence in this pattern, you reverse your work. Okay, then you start the next ring. We're going to do, now I'm just doing traditional. I'm not doing front side, back side, anything fancy. We don't do no fancy footwork today. Okay, and you just put your picot in. If this tail keeps getting in your way, just move it to the side like you would any element that's in your way. And we're going to put 3 picots in, okay, guys? And then we're going to do that second ring. Because once you move on to the next ring with this technique, you're not going to close that half-closed ring. The reason you won't close it is because it's another element. Okay, now we've got our 3 picots. Grab our cheat. Okay, put our cheat on our thread. Okay, and start closing our ring. Pull our cheat up right with it. You see it? Then when it gets to a certain point, you can actually lay that cheat in there and you can feel it closing. Okay? Just keep tugging on it. And as you can see, the cheat's still in there. Then remove our cheat. That's all you have to do. You do it gently so you don't stretch your ring out of proportion. And just pull it out. If you feel it needs to tighten up more, pull it in more. But don't close the ring. And you'll end up with one facing one way, one facing the other way. Then your next one, you would reverse your work and continue on. So, does that make sense to everybody? How easy this is? And when you're working the patterns in Leslie's book, use the little cheat, that little cheat. Yes, HR6 is the cheat space. So there you go. That's how easy it is. How do I do that with needle? On a needle, Esther, you would just measure your picots on your needle. Okay? That's all you would do. You'd measure it on the needle. If you're unsure about your measurement, I'm going to use this crochet hook as an example. That's okay, Anne. We understand, Kat. You can take nail polish and mark 2 lines on your needle. This line would be the beginning of your ring, and this line would be the end. That's when you'd pull your needle off of your thread. And it would have to be a true ring, Esther. That's according to Katia, and I'm sure Pam said something too as well. So there you go. That's the easy way for a needle tatter for picots, is mark it on the needle, because needle tatting and one of these, they don't make friends very easily. Okay. Needle tatters have shuttle tatters beat, because on a needle, they can gauge on a needle easier than we can on thread. We have to do our picots by feel. Thank you, Pam. There is Mark Meyer's page, our YouTube channel. Do go check out Mark's channel. He has so much information on his YouTube channel. It will blow your mind. Okay. He has techniques that are so forward, thinking techniques out there. Yeah, he is on Etsy. He has tatting patterns on Etsy, as well as bobbin lace. Okay, folks? If you're into bobbin lace, go check him out. Mark was a well-known tatter many years. He married a bobbin lacer, and she converted him. He still tats a little, but his love is his wife, and she loves bobbin lace, and he's pleasing his wife by being a bobbin lacer. But Mark loves lace like we do. Esther, it's not for just knitting. He's got tatting there. Let me go to that link. Let me get it. Let me see if I can find it. I can't get to it right now. I see a different screen than you guys do, and it just will not let me copy the link. All right. Bobbin lace and cats don't go together. I got news for you. Lace and cats, period, don't go together. They like the thread. They like playing with the ball of thread. Okay. Yeah, he does knitting. He does all kinds of fiber arts, Esther. He's got a tatting playlist. So just go there and dream. Have fun. Yes, exactly, Brenda. It's very, very easy. Yeah, you can post your shuttle all the time if you want, Joan. You don't have to. It's better if you do, because you can open your rings easier. I don't post my shuttle all the time. if I was doing competition work, I have a checklist that would sit beside me, and I would make sure I do this, do this, do this, and this, because these are things that they look for in competition. They look to see if you're posting your shuttle. They look to see if your picots are even. They look to make sure your caps are even across. They look to see to make sure your thread's laying flat, you know? And those are things that if you're going for competition, make sure you're hitting all the T's and crossing them and dotting all your I's. If you want a blue ribbon, it's a job to work for. Okay? But it's up to you. You don't have to post your shuttle. It's advisable to post your shuttle. And the reason is it makes it easier. If you should have to rip out a ring, it makes life simple ripping the ring out, because you've got a lot of work to rip that ring out without damaging the thread. All right, let's see. Debbie, hey. Yes, he did. He really did. He did a lot of work, lace work for the wedding. I mean, my hat's off to him. No, I did not make a third half ring. I just made two. I was running low of thread on my little shuttle over there. I have a lot of shuttles that have little thread on it, and I use it for sampling. But what you do is you just reverse the work and do the third one, and you join the picot. And it's no different than joining a picot on another ring. Okay? Just remember, you're making a ring and you're leaving it open. It's that easy. So, any other questions? Now, next week, or next Thursday, Thursday, I will send out several patterns with Thursday's class. And what I'm going to do is review the patterns that I'll be sending out, any techniques in the patterns that we have not learned. I will teach just the technique. I'm not going to teach the patterns. There's no sense in me saying, okay, reverse your work and we're going to start another ring. We need to know the techniques. That's the important thing. Once you learn techniques, the rest is peaches and cream. Okay, you want me to show you that right now, Joan? Yeah, I did. I did do that. You'll be happy just to do the half ring technique by itself. Mary, you will do it. I have all the faith in you. All right, Joan wants me to show how to pull out a ring. Well, let's go back over to the other camera and let's just make us a ring and pull it out for her. How's that sound? Let me back up just a hair. Let's see. All right, now I'm going to start just a regular ring here. I'm going to cut this off because I don't want no distraction. As you can see, there's not a lot of thread on here, and it's also very tight. Don't like that. We're going to make just a basic ring of 3 picot, 3 picot, 3 picot, 3. That's 3. I don't know what size thread this is, but it's tiny. Must have been some of that 80 I had left over. Could be 40. Not sure. But whatever it is, it's scrap thread. We can use it and we can learn with it. And that's what if I've got a shuttle that has a small amount of thread on it and I want to practice a technique, that's the shuttle that I'm going to grab every time, because I'm not wasting thread. I'm not wasting time, putting thread on a new shuttle when I've got all this scrap. So I practice technique. All right, now I have 3 picots separated by 3 double stitches. Now we're going to pretend like I've made a mistake on this ring. Now here's where we're going to zoom in real tight so that you all can see how to open this ring back up. All right, you see the ring? Let's let it zoom. Let's let it look. See, we got a ring. Oops, and we got a mistake. We got to open it. Okay. So what we're going to do, see this last picot? That's where you're going to go in at. Now, if that picot wasn't there, you would have to go into a double stitch. Okay. And you would have to squeegee your crochet hook down in there. Please be careful. These crochet hooks can be used as deadly weapons. I've had them jab my finger and me pull out a hunk of my skin with it. So please be careful. If I have to go into tiny threads like this with a sharp, these don't feel so sharp, but you got force behind it. It is pretty sharp. Okay. If I've got to open up a ring, I will grab a Band-Aid every time. I'll put it on my finger to protect my finger. All right. But if you've got a picot, you don't have to do that. Because you go into the picot, come up through the center of that ring. All right. Let me get center here. Try to get you into good sight. And what you're going to do is grab that core thread. And you're going to pull that core thread up. Just keep twisting it on that crochet hook, okay? And you see how I'm holding the base of this ring. That is to keep those pant legs of your double stitch from turning and causing it to lock up. If you hold that tight, okay, it's not going to lock up. Then when you get enough thread up here that you can manipulate that out, then you just open that out, okay? Then you come down to the base of your ring and you grab the two sides and you work it that way. You see? And you just keep playing with it, and it takes time. Like I said, tatting teaches us patience. It can also teach us to get upset because things just didn't work out right, but frogging it is just as relaxing as putting it in. Okay? Once you get it separated, you see how it separates down here at the bottom? Then you would just open it regular. Okay? And just keep going. Now, if you can't get in there to open that, where is my little pouch? My class projects. I told you I do everything you guys do. Just takes me a little longer. I'm going to show you guys this. You see these? These are called hackle pliers. These are in the fishing department. Us tatters love the fishing department. These pliers, you open them. You can grab this thread and you can pull with it. It gives you some pull if you need it. If you can't get but just a little smidgen of thread and you can't get your fingers in there, grab your hackle pliers and start working that thread out gently. Because if you don't think these hackle pliers can tear your thread up, you are dead wrong. Okay? So get you a set. They're not that expensive. I got these on Amazon. I think they were like $6 a pair. But I've had these forever and a day. You can't tear them up. But get you a set hackle pliers. And they're only, as you can see, there's my hand. They're only as tall as my fingers. Yep. So, did that help you, Joan? Now, I also have a video up that shows how to do that. That is strictly a video for that technique. Oh, and yeah, anytime you're going to be using a hook or a needle around your tatting, and you feel like you may stab yourself, put a Band-Aid there. Prevention is 99% of the cure, because you get blood on your tatting, it ruins it. All right, that's great. That's great. So, any other questions? Melissa's grabbed her fishy thingy to close her ring on the pinch part. Smart lady there. Yeah, that little tool is worth its weight in gold. Oh, you're very welcome, Joe. You're very welcome. I don't mind helping at all. Yeah, I'm like you, Aurora, and the new students, they learn how to open the ring, and you've got those diehards that don't want to waste any thread, and they will sit there and fiddle with it for hours. I got patience, but after about 30 minutes, if I haven't gotten that ring started, it's called scissor time, and I pull out the scissors every time. It's not worth the headache that it can cause for you, really. 30 minutes working on trying to get a ring open. I got better things to do, like make pretty tatting. Okay, Debbie, that is where Ruth Perry's balanced double stitch would come in handy. Okay, I do have a video on that, and it's called the double stitch and the balanced double stitch. There's two names. It's the same technique. No, we're not getting into the two names either. That's a long story, way overrun. Okay. So, but yeah, try that. Try it. Yeah, you and me both, Kaylin. You and me both. She says she'd rather weave in her ends than frog any day. I heard that. I'll sew in my ends. Yeah, it was a double stitch or a balanced double stitch. And there is a video up under shuttle tatting and its techniques. Pam, can you post for me? If you go and peruse, balanced double stitch. If you go perusing the website, the most common used techniques are up there. And the balanced double stitch is right up there, because when you're doing ankars, you have rings that can be 40 to 50 stitches. And as you tat it up, it starts curving. How do you add the thread when you do only ring work? You start the thread back inside the ring. So what I would do is I would take the thread. Okay, this wouldn't be here. It would be the tail. I would thread it on a needle and run it back through the back side of this ring. Okay, and I would let it hang there until I finished the open ring. But seriously, if you don't have enough thread to do an open ring, I wouldn't even start it, because this will come out sewed in, and that is the only way that you can do it. Okay, you can't add thread to this. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there is a video on how to add thread on needle. I don't remember. I really don't. I will say this. Katie over at Rusticate has got a video that shows her trick that she does when she's adding thread so it doesn't come out. Go check her videos out. It was from back, oh gosh, Katia, I'm thinking 2006, 2007. Pam did one too. Yeah. The balanced double stitch or the double stitch would be an alternative for rings with more than 40. Well, thank you, Marianne. I learned that from Georgia herself. I'm sorry, I'm not more help to the needle tatters. I love all tatters, and I want them to have a place to go and meet other needle tatters. I don't think anyone should have to be a shuttle tatter, and I don't think anybody should have to be a needle tatter. I think everybody should learn both tools because both tools make it simpler to do several techniques in tatting. It's like a Josephine chain in needle looks so beautiful. But you do a Josephine chain with a shuttle and you will remove the twist in that thread and then it looks hideous. Okay. So yeah, I will take thread off my shuttle and use the needle to do a Josephine chain rather than fight a shuttle doing Josephine chain. Doing Clooney's is easier with a needle than it is a shuttle. You're not finding the shuttle version of the double stitch, balanced double stitch. It's up there. It's up there. Or it could be, wait, whoa. Let me check that myself. It could be one of them that Dennis has not gotten the header on yet. So let me check it out real quick. Like, ears itching. Somebody's talking about me. I hope it's good. My mom used to say that if your ear itches, somebody's talking about you. All right, it's under intermediate. And I know I did it. And yes, it is one of them. He's got to change the headers on. Because they're still pointing to Georgia's old channels. Pam, it would probably be on Georgia's. Yeah, you can use the balanced double stitch and needle tatting. Oh, yeah, I'll get him to get that up. It's up there. It's on the site. I've just got it hidden right now because he's got to change the header. I told everybody, I believe, that YouTube's closing those other channels down and we're moving not only the videos over to this channel, but we're also moving 40,000 people over this way. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of subscribers pretty soon. So yeah, that's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. Georgia would be so happy to know how much we've grown. Who had a cool way to add thread? That was Rusticate Needle Tatter. She's got a video channel. She is really a sweet girl. She really is. Well, she's probably not as young as she used to be. I don't know. But back in the day, she was a really sweet girl, and she was cute as a bug on a rug, let me tell you. And she was a needle tatter, and her needle tatting is just awesome to look at. It's beautiful. I mean, of course, I'm partial. Yeah, Rusticate. It's Rustikate. Check her out. Check her out. She is very, very well versed in needle tatting. I think she's one of the strongest needle tatters on the YouTube channels, to be honest. You're welcome, Jackie. You're welcome. So is there any other questions, guys? Next week, how about we do angels and do some snowflakes? What do you guys think? Maybe a pair of earrings? I'll send you out 3 patterns next week. Okay. And yes, they will be PDFs. The website, the only way we can keep George's documents alive in the tatting community is to convert them into PDFs. And that makes them stable to where they cannot be changed. They cannot be rewritten. They are in the state that they're in now and as she put them. Okay? Mini snowflakes. Well, Mary, all you got to do is use smaller thread and you got a mini snowflake. I'm teasing you, sweetie. Yeah, we'll do some small snowflakes. Nose flakes. Yeah, my tongue's not working around my teeth today. I'll tell you a funny that happened last night before I get off of here. My husband turned over. I have a bag that I carry my perfumes in when we travel so they don't break. And I put it in the closet, tucked it away, and he went upstairs and was pulling stuff out of the closet that gets put away, and he turned over the bag. Now, most of my perfume bottles, it's spritzer. Well, I do have some that pour. I'm still smelling perfume since last night. Me and I were looking for gas mask from the perfume smell. Yeah, it was pretty strong. It still is. All right, there it is, the needle version. Yeah, he'll get the other one out. I know I did the shuttle and I did the needle at the same time, just like I did with the other techniques. I did them both because Georgia would send me a stack and say, do this, and we'd work on it and we'd get it. So there you go. I will get him to get the other balanced double stitch up. Thank you so much, Joan. It will help immensely. Anything else, guys, before I shut down and call it a day? So Thursday, you get a snowflake, you get a pair of earrings, and you get an angel in your email. So look for it. All right. So until next time, may your threads always make beautiful lace. Happy tatting, everybody. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.